Today I'm going to show you how to wind a hank of yarn into something that you can knit from without any tools. One end will look just like a beautiful twist, but the other end will look a little bit unusual, and that is because what they've done is they've tucked one end into the other here. So I'm just going to take those apart. And you'll find that somewhere in here there should be ties to stop the yarn all getting tangled together like this. Usually at least one tie, and that tie often is attached to the end of your yarn. At other times, like this one, there'll be two ties, one for each end of the yarn, and occasionally they'll just put some other ties around it to keep it nice and neat. Most people will just snip those off and pull them out, and that's fine. But in my case, I tend to do them by hand because I'm a glutton for punishment. And actually, as I did say, absolutely zero tools, technically using scissors would be cheating, right? What a lot of people will do is they will actually put these two ends here and here over two chair legs or the back of a chair. That's absolutely fine and that will work. I'm just going to show you just can use your arms, and all you need to do is kind of wind from around your arms, kind of in this beautiful dance. But to get started, what I will do is wind it around my fingers quite a few times. You'll see that I'm getting to my arm here, so I'm just going to pull that piece like this, and I'm just letting that yarn travel round. Right, and then when I've got just quite a nice amount of yarn, enough that this is a little bit of a wodge now, not just a few strands, what we're going to do is we're going to start winding this way. And then when I have quite a thin sort of sausagey amount, I just actually fold that in half. So it's like a little yarn shrimp. And then I start wrapping around the both. The next part is quite important. You don't want to wind them tightly because the yarn will slowly relax and it will change your tension. But what I've done is I've carried on wrapping, and then at some point I've started to slowly turn it once it feels like it's not going to come apart. And once I've got a good enough ball on the go, like this, I'm going to basically just include, say, 2 or 3 of my fingers in the actual wrap. So for example, I'm going to go round my fingers quite loosely, and I'm going to just shuffle my fingers out of there, and you'll see that it's got a really loose loop around it like this. But now I'm going to start to change direction. So I'm going to hold it the other way so that this doesn't slip off. I'm going to do the same thing but with my fingers here instead of underneath. And I should mention, before you despair, that this gets easier as you go. So persevere, I believe in you. Just changing my direction again so that you're basically using the next bit of wind to trap the ones beneath it. So my ball's nice and loose, but it's holding itself together. Nothing's falling off. You might use something like a yarn bowl just to keep it still, stop it rolling around. But if not, then literally just a bowl, like a cereal bowl will do. You don't need no fancy bowl. And the only other thing really is if you find, as you're kind of doing this, let me move back a bit, if you find as you're doing this that the yarn is sort of starting to get stuck or tangled, just stretch your arms out and usually that sorts the problem out. Okay, that's it. Good luck and happy crafting. Bye!